Today, we're going to talk about why I usually don't run meta builds. It's especially true at this point in time, this early into a new release and a new balanced meta thing. I don't know what to call it, but basically this early into a patch. I am going to let you in on a little secret that sometimes I do play meta builds, but I usually don't. So this is a little explanation of why. If you enjoyed, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, check out the Twitch stream down in the description below. And if you want to go above and beyond and supporting me, you can throw my creator code APOSTLE into the Epic Games store when you're buying more gold or some of those packs out of Spellbreak or really anything out of the Epic Games store. I would appreciate if you guys do that. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy. Let's get into this meta talk. So right now I'm running Dragonfire, which is really strong on Toxicologist, which is actually kind of weakened for Dominion just because there's so much fire everywhere that you end up blowing yourself up with Vanishing Mist a lot of times, so you gotta be extra careful. But I wanted to talk about why I'm not super adamant on switching my playstyle to fit the meta yet. Like, there's a lot of people that hop into the patch and immediately want to find the new meta, which is fine. Like, I don't have anything against that, right? Like, take the game as seriously as you want to take it. But the reason I'm not one of those people, one, is because I enjoyed Frostborn mainly a lot, and I enjoy just swapping up and like trying stuff. You know, I don't want to try to find necessarily the strongest build. I want to find what's fun to play, which sometimes can be the strongest build. Like, I'm running Dragonfire with Runic and Inspired, which is a pretty strong build, but I'm not going to build my entire playstyle around it. I'm not really the type of person who has like a dedicated main. I don't even know what I took that last tick of damage from. But I'm not the type of person that has like a dedicated main to stick to all the time. Like, mostly it's Frostborn, but that's just because I find Frostborn fun. Frostborn has never been the meta class. Actually, in pre-alpha it was, but in pre-alpha you had dual classes, and Frostborn had Fervor built into the class. Or not Fervor, it had Fortitude built into the class, except like a stronger version of Fortitude. So that's basically why everybody ran Frostborn, was for Fortitude and Alacrity. But this is before talents, before even the single class system. This is a long time ago. And I didn't actually really play Frost a whole lot back then. I actually mained Tempest. Or was mostly mained Tempest. But part of me as well is just like, even if I wanted to find the strongest thing of the meta, there's so many things that are going to happen. Like right now there's a spring step bug that makes you jump way higher than usual, or than you should with spring step. And I mean, it's tech, right? It's like movement tech, so it's not like it's super against the game. Like, I sorcery cancel, but it just feels like something that's going to get removed, so I don't really want to put my time and effort into learning how to do that just to have to unlearn how to do it when they remove it in like a week. So that's a big reason why I don't hop on meta things like right away.
Who is this guy? Can we ban him? Who is this Marcus guy?
Oh, that was a nice play by him. I'm also just want to keep experimenting with different builds, like I said. Die. And just kind of have fun with it and see where it goes. Because there's always just so many issues at the beginning of patches. And there's a lot of things that feel like overpowered and broken in basically any game. Whether you play Call of Duty or Fortnite or Spellbreak or whatever, there's always that weapon that's going to feel broken. And that's just not something that you're really going to be able to get away from in gaming. And I'm willing to use things like that in a competitive sense, like if I'm trying to play at my best. But usually I'm just trying to create videos and make content and have a fun game and itch my neck while I'm reading a scroll and dying. It's not like I'm super adamant at being the best player in the game. I definitely would like to be like a top tier player, and I think I've kind of earned a spot as a top tier player. But I'm not trying to optimize every second that I play. I'm not even trying to like grind ranked that much. I'm getting pushed so hard right now. Like, see this, like the wind spam and stone right now is very meta for the first couple days of this patch. And it's just not something that I really want to do. I actually want to swap to Frost because I don't necessarily want to play Dragonfire, but I'm not gonna take it. I should have taken it. Give me these loot. We need to make a comeback. We need to try to win this. Like, see, I want to win. Don't get me wrong. When I say I don't like play meta things because I don't take it that seriously, it's not like it's just a game type of thing. It's just not my prime motivation to be this, to have to run every single advantage that you get. Right, like there's some people who are like, I need to learn every single little thing and have every advantage possible. Like, look how this guy's playing, just like hovering above the thing, he's using the spring step to get himself up that high so he can just sit above the zone. Like, that's exactly what I'm talking about when I'm saying meta, and that's the exact thing that I'm talking about when I say the spring step bug. People are just so quick to hop on every single advantage, and it's like, I can play and compete with 90% of players without needing that advantage. So I'm not going to take away my fun just to compete with the 12 people that want to be like super duper sweats. And it is ranked, right? Like, this is where you should be sweating. But at the same time, you can still have fun. You still don't have to conform to the best of the best. And you can still perform well that way. And I think overall, like, I think you just become a better player if you're not a meta slave. This guy, I never see him. He's really good with his shadow steps. Being a meta slave doesn't make you better at the game. It's like just, it's always being on a crutch is kind of how I feel about it. If you play classes that aren't as strong, you'll get actually better because you have to compensate for your class being weak. And you have to kind of get good at everything, too, in that sense. I don't know. I put a lot of time into playing this game, and it doesn't, like... I don't want it to get boring. I don't want it to get stale because I'm limiting myself to playing only the best of the best stuff. Oh, that guy just got a little bit slapped with that fireball. It wasn't even that I slapped him, it was just like I shot in his direction and he just decided not to move. But I think meta slaves are also like what make games annoying, right? Usually if something's strong and overpowered and broken, it's the most annoying thing in the game. So it's like the AoE spam right now is super annoying. Just spam in general is super annoying. Win spam. Anything that doesn't take like direct skill or takes away from needing skill tends to be more of a nuisance than anything in terms of playing to in terms of like your enemy's experience, right? And it's like I'm kind of on the team of like I want to win, but I also like don't want to ruin the game for everybody else. And that's kind of been a big part of Spellbreak in general since the beginning. What happens is new players, since we have such a small community that's still growing, but new players run into veteran players very often. And I've always done that. That's always been a thing. Where did this guy go? And I think just in general, the community as a whole has kind of leaned towards making new player experiences as enjoyable as possible, and the ranked mode kind of adds to that. Which is what we need, but the ranked mode is in its first iteration, so it's not in the best spot yet. I mean, we're only 4 days in. Oh no, I just dragon fired plop. I think we win. I think we win. Or do we tie? I think we won. Barely. That was a good game. Oh, we tied. Dang. Oh well, that was a fun one. But yeah, that's kind of my thought on running meta stuff all the time. Cool. YouTube.